Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Happy Vlogmas Day 6. In today's video, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite non-traditional Christmas movies. You know, typically around Christmas time, we, gather around with the family, we watch animated films, we watch, a lot of family heartwarming type of films. But a few people like myself that like action-packed movies. There are a few Christmas movies that have a lot of action in them, and one of them in particular doesn't get a lot of shine like I think that it should. I mean, we all hear about Die Hard being a Christmas movie, but one movie in particular, which is one of my favorites, The Long Kiss Goodnight, doesn't get the amount of shine that it deserves. I'm such a fan of the movie. Of course I had the DVD. It just so happens to come in this 2-pack of Samuel L. Jackson movies, but nonetheless, yes, I do have a copy of The Long Kiss Goodnight. Not too long ago, I was talking to my husband and I was like making reference to the movie, and he had the nerve to tell me he had never seen it. I said, you can't be around me and you ain't never seen The Long Kiss Goodnight, and then much less be married to me. You never seen it before. So of course we had to sit down and watch it together, and now he sees why I love it so much. The Long Kiss Goodnight is about this teacher by the name of Samantha Kane. She has amnesia. Matter of fact, pause for a second. What's up with amnesia in the 90s? Did y'all ever notice that there was a lot of TV shows and movies back in the 90s where like people had amnesia and stuff? Is amnesia common? Anyway, Samantha Kane was a teacher who had amnesia. She had a child, and she didn't know what her life was like 8 years prior to her being washed up on a beach in New Jersey. She was just living a regular life, quiet life in a small town, had herself a little boo thing and everything. But yeah, she hired a lot of private investigators to try to figure out who she was, what her life was prior to her washing up on the beach pregnant. She didn't even know who her baby daddy was, child. She had spent money on expensive private investigators, and then over time she just started like caring less about it, and then she even started paying for the less expensive ones, the kind of shady type of private investigators, which her latest one that she had hired was Mitch Hennessy, which is played by Samuel L. Jackson. And Samuel L. Jackson, he turns out to be an ex-cop who had been kicked off the force. He'd been locked up and stuff because he was doing some shady stuff. And he was trying to turn his life around. But anyway, him and his partner had stumbled upon a tip, and they found this old suitcase that had a lot of things from Samantha's past. Now, Samantha was starting to have flashbacks to her previous life after she got into a car accident. She hit her head again. She's having these like creepy type of visions of this woman with blonde hair that's looking scary, falling off a cliff, and then the blood coming down. Oh my goodness. She's just trying to figure out what's going on. In the meantime, she's in a Christmas parade because, she's a member of the goddamn PTA. She's a great mom. She's on her little float. She's playing Mrs. Claus. She's waving high. She's all beautiful with her long brown curls and everything. She on her float. She's, doing her Miss America wave and everything. They broadcasting this on the news. It just so happens that a prisoner sees the news broadcast and he starts going off because he knows who Samantha Kane really is. He contacts some bad guys from Samantha's past, and he lets them know that she's alive. The bee is still alive. So he breaks out of prison because he's like, oh no, I got to get her. So Samantha Kane, which is played by Gina Davis, and Mitch Hennessy, they team up together, and they're trying to figure out who she is and what her past was, because all these bad guys are starting to come after her. Her life is in jeopardy, her family's life is in jeopardy, and then she's starting to realize that she has different skills that are coming back to her. Like, she able to chop up vegetables all willy-nilly. She killing people with her bare hands. She's putting automatic assault rifles together. Long story short, they find out that Samantha Kane is actually a cover. That's not her true identity. She is really a secret CIA agent by the name of Charlie Baltimore, and boy is she a badass. She's everything that Samantha Kane isn't. She has the short blonde hair, she smokes, she cusses, she has attitude, and she strikes fear in all of her enemies. Like most of my favorite action movies, This one has a conspiracy theory in it where they're showing like that the government is shady and is trying to get rid of their secret agents, and they're actually working with terrorists and they're setting up terrorist attacks. All this other stuff. I don't want to give too much away because I want y'all to watch it if you haven't already. You need to put it on your Christmas playlist. But the movie is just so iconic, and it has so many different scenes that are just action-packed. The scene in the house in the kitchen where Samantha first kills a man with her bare hands, and then the scene at the freaking train station when all the agents are coming at her and we like, how you gonna get out of here? And oh my gosh, when she is being water tortured, and first she goes in and she's shivering and she's cold and stuff, and she's like, oh, I'm Samantha Kane, I don't know what's going on. They try to get her to reveal her true identity, and then when she's about to go under for that last time, she's saying, I think I need a bath. And she gives him that look. I said, oh, you in for it, Buster? And oh boy, was he. So yeah, this is for sure a Christmas movie. You got your carolers, you got your Christmas parade, you got your children dressed up like little angels. It's definitely a Christmas movie, but not the type of Christmas movie that you want to watch with your children. The transformation that Samantha goes from being Samantha into being Charlie, it's just like jaw-dropping. And Gina Davis, she definitely embodied the role, so much so that I can't see anything else that Gina Davis plays in without thinking of the character that she played, Charlie Baltimore. That's where my mind goes. Like, she made a cameo in another action movie called Anna that was released not too long ago. I think I saw it on Netflix, and Anna was an assassin and Gina Davis played her mother. And I said, oh, are they gonna play on the twist and like make it so that Charlie Baltimore is her mother? But no, they didn't do that, so that was a little bit disappointing. But yeah, anything Gina Davis plays in now, I automatically think of her character, Charlie Baltimore. And then Samuel L. Jackson was just doing his Samuel L. Jackson thing, you know, cussing, being funny. They were definitely a dynamic duo. It was nice seeing the two of them play off of each other, where like Charlie was really badass and serious, and then Mitch, he was more on the playful side and kind of clever, but he was also smart, street smart. So if you haven't already, make sure you put this on your Christmas watch list and watch The Long Kiss Goodnight. Alright you guys, well I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.